Hi there folks, welcome back to the Over and Under Fishing channel. I hope you're doing really well. You've joined us on day 3 of IB&I's Chalkstream fishing adventure, and we are once again sat here in a beautiful part of Hampshire with Simon Cooper, manager of Fishing Breaks, who has very kindly helped us organise day 3 of our fishing on Bullington Manor on the River Test. Is that correct?
Well, partially correct.
Okay.
It's part of the Test system, but it's actually the Diva, which is a tributary of the River Test, one of the 3 main tributaries of the Test. Interesting bit of water, been in the same family ownership for as long as I can remember. It was actually the first ever Fishing Breaks beat 30 odd years ago, so I have huge amounts of affection for it, and it's one we actually look after ourselves. We have a full-time river keeper there, Simon Fields, who makes it look lovely and wonderful. It is the actual whole beat is about 3 miles long. It's a headwater of the Test system, so typically it's not too deep, crystal clear the whole time, and perfect for sight fishing. So good dry fly fishing early in the season, and then fantastic for small nymphs later on in the year.
Okay, so this is a beat that we can fish both dry fly and nymph, is that correct?
Absolutely, from the end of June onwards.
So we're looking at just making sure I get the rules right. We don't want to upset anyone.
You've got a terrible reputation. I mean, you come from up north where anything
goes. Yeah, we've left a squirmy box at home.
I don't believe it.
in the back pocket there. So upstream dry, upstream single nymph, I imagine, and stuff like that.
Exactly.
This one isn't a wading beat, is it? We'll be fishing from the bank on this one.
You will be fishing from the bank. If you don't mind getting your feet wet, it's sometimes quite good just to get into the margins to get a decent shot of a fish. But no, it's not wide. You're never going to be casting more than 15, 20 feet.
Yeah.
It's all very up close and personal, targeting your fish, huge density of fish, good mixture of stocks and wild. This is really good wild water.
Nice.
We have a big population of fish, of wild fish there, and we've had in the past 5 years we've had 2 really good spawning seasons.
Fantastic. So these are wild trout and grayling?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, just grayling. Okay, very occasionally we see a sea trout.
Oh wow!
Yeah, but very good grayling. Get great grayling fishing here in the autumn.
That would be pretty cool, because actually, since I've been down here, the grayling have swerved us totally. I think we ever had one very small one, but other than that, we've not actually caught a.
I've heard about your reputation for grayling. They're avoiding you.
Absolutely, like the plague, as always. So in terms of the river systems down here, they're a little bit different to what IB&I are used to with the freestone systems. These appear to be a little bit more managed and a little bit more sustained by people than a regular river. Is that correct?
Yes. I mean, the thing you've got to know about chalk streams is they are entirely the creation of man. This has got nothing to do with the Ice Age. This used to be, the chalk stream valleys just used to be swamps. And the rivers were created when farmers, going back thousands of years, started to drain the land for farming. And so eventually all those little ditches became one lovely river, and that's what we see today. And so they are very intensively managed. And Bullington Manor is a good example of that. But some parts of the Test are very manicured. You know, it's the grass is like a bowling green. The fringe is like a beautiful box hedge on a National Trust garden or something like that. but at Bullington, we've got some really lovely owners, and they like to have it as natural as possible, but without it being jungle warfare.
Yeah.
So we have these 3 miles of river. We've divided it into 4 beats, but we only fish on one side, on one bank. So we let the other bank grow wild to optimize the environment, the habitat for all the things that we know are great for fishing. And then the bank you fish on, we just keep as tidy as we can, trim the fringes a bit, and then so that's our philosophy there. It needs to look as natural as possible, but without being difficult to fish.
And I guess by virtue of the fact that you leave the far bank a little bit to do its thing, it provides habitat for not only the fish, but the bugs and all the other stuff that is required to make an ecosystem that's going to function properly like that.
Absolutely. And actually on beat 4, you will see the ultimate natural thing, because directly, for those who know this part of the world, they'll know that Bullington Manor where the end of the at the end of the beat there is Diva Springs.
Okay,
The
yeah.
famous
The
big,
big fishery, yeah.
big trout water. But because we have 200 or 300 acres of really undisturbed woodland either side of Bullington Manor, it's where the local otters come to live.
Ah.
So if you're on beat, I don't think you're on beat 4 today, but quite often on beat 4 you see these huge great rainbow trout that the otters have captured, got in the lake at Diva Springs, come into the river, drag them upstream, and then come to our bit of river where they proceed to
You've
eat.
managed to train the otters to restock the river for you.
Well, sadly they're dead by the time they come back. But at least if they're eating, the rainbows from the lake, they're not eating our brown trout.
Well, that would be a fantastic thing to see. We might even, as well as seeing a few fish, we might see an otter.
You will, mate.
Simon, again, thank you very much for this. If anybody wants any more information on the Bullington beat or any of the other fishing breaks beats, it's fishingbreaks.co.uk.
Absolutely, yeah.
And we'll leave links in the description box below. So if you want to have a look at any more of the rivers that Simon offers, they'll all be available online. IB, let's go and catch some fish. So only a short drive there from Simon's place down here to what the Diva. As I found out, I thought it was the test. Now, just spoken to Chris, who's another one of the chaps who works for Fishing Breaks, who's been really kind and has showed us around both beats on both days. And he said that actually, traditionally, this was regarded as the upper test. We're in the upper test system, but the river is the Diva. So we've got another new river. It'd be really nice. We've already seen rising fish. It's totally different to yesterday, isn't it?
Very different again, very small, very close quarters fishing, very hard casting, I hope.
I think this is going to be good because it can make for 3 very diverse days, I think.
Yeah,
3
yeah.
totally different rivers, totally different days.
And more importantly, we're in the shade.
Yeah, this is a no wading beat, but we are in some shade at the moment, which is lovely. So I'm hoping there's going to be 400 fish behind us, so we don't have to go over there into the real hot stuff because it is scorchio. Who's up first, Ivy?
You first.
Me?
Yes.
It's because she knows these are going to be really hard.
They are going to be really hard.
Okay, so first fish of the day sighted. Wow, you can tell how confident I am. I'm setting the net up, I don't usually do that. First fish of the day sighted, just in a little slow patch behind a leaning branch. He's cruising around. I don't know what he's eating, to be honest, so I've put a little CDC and elk in a size 16 on. We're going to have to be stealthy here. This is small, skinny water. Okay, I think I just saw the fish, very briefly. Be really nice if I could get a view of him before I started making the cast. Okay, so it's just moved a bit further upstream. That's probably a good time for me to get things in the water at least. But I'd like to be able to see him. Gorgeous piece of river. It's only very, very tiny. Really small piece of water. I've got to land it just towards where the light is shining on the river over there. It's going to be short, but the direction's pretty good. I'm kneeling down here just so I'm making use of the cover that's around me. Don't think that's anywhere near my target fish. Was he just risen on the far bank? There was a movement over there. Okay, yes, there he is. Okay. That's pretty good. It's gone over a fish there and he's not moved. Oh, there's the second fish. Okay, surely they've not spooked. I don't think I've done anything to spook them. Okay, they've gone back that way. There's a group of fish. This is tough fishing. This is a difficult first fish. Chris has actually just warned us that the first 50, 60 metres here can be quite hard, and now I understand what he means. This is difficult. That's better. It landed nicely. Oh, there's a fish come out of there. Little skate maybe. He's looking. He's looking. He came up to it, had a bit of a glance and turned away. Nice gentle pick up. Oh yeah, that's a great cast. That's a lovely cast. Okay, fish coming. Here he comes. Eats it. Oh, wow. God, crikey. Doesn't get much closer than that.
That was freaking cool.
Did that just happen?
Yeah.
I don't even know what that was. Some sort of raptor, some sort of bird of prey. I have no idea what that was. It's not looking great. I think I might have messed the first ball up here. One more flick with this, just in case. This is tough. This is really, really tough fishing. Shallow, small water, crystal clear, barely flowing. This is technical. It's fun, but it is technical, that's for sure. That's perfect. Right behind the next tree up. Sat nicely. It's in the shade. that doesn't get a take, we're moving on. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. That awkward moment when you think you've made the perfect cast and you're just getting ready to strike and nothing happens. Absolute horror show of a cast. Out there. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Don't tell me I've already spooked him. I can see a fish on the weed. I wonder how he'd react. Oh, Standy, what was that? Spook. Okay, so we've continued to move up. We've just come around the corner. There's a load of fish underneath the tree on my right hand side. They rise quite regularly. The problem is, between me and the risers there are a load more fish that aren't rising, and I just know that as soon as this rod goes up, this pool's going to turn into fish soup. I can't see a way of me doing this without putting the rod over them. I haven't seen huge signs of spooking fish just yet. Big fish just rose further upstream. Unfortunately, I've forgotten how to cast at the moment. Okay, that didn't land great, but we'll see. Got him. Yes, 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 yes. Just sipped it, tiny little sip. It's a good fish as well, it's a big fish. He's gone for that willow. Try and keep him up away from these weeds. Yeah, big fish. Actually, I think that's the bigger fish that I saw. I saw head and tail. Wow, he's taken off. Absolutely taken off this thing. Thank you very much, IB. Yeah, he's going that way. Try and keep him up out of those weeds. Might have to land this guy downstream of me, we'll see. To be honest, the way the fishing's been so far, I'd probably dive in after this fish. Ooh. Alrighty, can I get you in through here? Don't mind you being just there. You're okay at that. Totally epic fight. Totally epic fight. This guy's gone everywhere so far. I'm conscious, it keeps plinking over him. It's a size 18 or a size 20 blue-winged olive. It's only tiny. Come on, buddy. Oh, stop that. Might just be able to get a foot in the edge here, actually. No. Will that do? Keep coming. Keep coming, keep coming, keep coming. Yes! Whoa. Talk about hard earned. That has been really difficult so far. That is definitely as hard as I've found the previous 3 days, but finally, little reward. Perfect cast, the fly's right. Why can't it always work like that? What a freaking epic fight that was. I'll be honest with you, there were times when I didn't think I was going to land that fish. He shot underneath the willows here, in the weeds down there. I'm on a size 20 blue-winged olive. At any point that could have pinged out, but it didn't. I'm just going to get my hands nice and wet. Unhooking mat's nice and wet. Check him out. From a tiny little stream like this. That's a big old bruiser. Let's get him straight back, it's too hot. Come on, buddy. That was a pretty epic fight, but I think you need to go back and eat some more olives. He's still got good energy. Still got good energy. Oh. Well, there's no problem there, was there? Back fresh as a daisy. Geez, that was hard work. That is without doubt the hardest we've had to work for a fish so far on this trip. Small stream, really bright, hot conditions, not many bugs, trees everywhere. We really earned that one. That one feels really good. Do you fancy go, IB?
No.
A little bit of shelter here, and there are a few fish rising, multiple fish in this one. It worries me because so far, every time we've spooked one fish in a pool, we've spooked a whole lot. One fish in particular, a bit further up, that's rising regularly. I might drop a cast on him. I can see him from here. That's pretty good. I'll go down his left hand side. He's still there? Is he spooked? He's spooked off a size 18 blue winged olive. Crikey. Okay. Keep working up. Two target fish here really. There's the one that's rising down the outside. And there's one that's actually rising on the inside of the pool up against those dry roots as well. That's the target fish. He's more regular. That's a nice cast for the one up the inside. Got him. Got him. Little sip, gentle sip. Ah, just like that. He's off. Okay, so we've just had a bit of a fly change. We've gone to that foam beetle. That is a huge fish. That one. Oh no! Oh, it was massive. It was a huge fish and I made the perfect cast. He liked the fly. I got the next bit wrong. So we're giving this pool a bit of a chance to settle down again. There's a few fish come back. I haven't seen the real big one come back and I don't think we're going to. I've stuck with that beetle pattern. Just going to throw that up there a couple more times. There are still fish rising further up, so you know we've not totally messed it up. I say we, I haven't totally messed it up. I'm just going to blind cast this, oh yeah, blind cast this beetle in that area, just about there. Let's just see what happens. Oh, he swirled at it. That might have been a refusal. Swirled at it but didn't eat it. Got him, got that one. Came absolutely herring out for it. Wow. Oh, he's off upstream. Came absolutely flying out at that. That was incredible to watch. Trying to keep him up as much as possible, but obviously I can't put the rod tip up into the trees. Oof, wow. Thank you, IB. Hoping we're going to need that. It's not been a great effort by me so far, keeping fish on, so I'm not counting any chickens just yet. Oh, yeah, you're going that way. Okay. Still only on 3.5 pound tippet, so we can't really bully these guys. You went for those tree roots, turn him away. Okay, I've just realised there is a big tangle on the 6X portion of the tippet. It looks like a loop twist or something. I've got to be really careful here. That could snap at any point. It's one of the nice things about using slightly softer action rods. So 10-foot 4-weight, but it's a real mellow action. It'll cushion any of those lunges, and hopefully, and I'm really worried about this, I'm really concerned about getting this fish in, hopefully it might help us get away with this where a faster action rod might not have done. Got to be really careful here. It's a barbless hook, so even if he does snap us off, it's going to fall straight out, but I really want to get this fish in. Worked hard for this one. Come on. Come on. Nope, none of that. Right, danger time. Danger time right now. Yes! Whew, crikey. I had no right to get that in, but got away with it this time. I think you earn your luck in this game, don't you? Oh, we worked hard for that one. It is sweaty. IB's just said it's going to be about 34, 35 today, and it feels every single inch of that. Fortunately, it means there's quite a lot of beetles and terrestrial activity, and we noticed that every now and again there'd be a little plop of something underneath this tree, and then the fish would rush towards it. IB called the fly change on this one. Actually, she said try the beetle underneath this older tree, and actually she got it absolutely right. And this guy chomped it basically the second it landed. Beetle muncher. Back he goes. Okay, so we've rested the pool and actually just bumped into Si, who is the river keeper here. And he's filled in with a load of really cool information about water further upstream and different tactics and stuff. It's always good to meet the river keepers on these rivers because there's nobody who knows them better. But while we've been doing that, these fish have relaxed a little bit. They've come back. We've got risers in front of us again, and I see no reason to take this beetle off after the reaction it got earlier. This fish over there just took a swipe at a damselfly. Get as far over this edge as we can. I think I can see the fish. Oh, that's pretty good actually. See if he turns on that. Oh, he did turn on it. He did turn it. He's right underneath it. No. Okay. Oh, there's a big fish on the far bank. Chasing another fish off. Oh, do you know what? That could be the fish. That could be the fish that I missed earlier. Here he comes. Got him that time. Got him that time. Yes. Oh my goodness, huge fish. Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, yeah, he's gone that way. Need to be careful here because I've got a knot in my fly line. Yeah, oh, we're out of the knot. Righty, rod tip up. This is a massive fish. Oh yeah, absolute unit, huge fish. Come on, let's get you on the reel. There we go. That is an absolute tank. It's a beautiful looking trout. I really hope I can get this one in. And I agree with IB, I think it is the same fish. Red in colour, big tank of a fish. Drop the fly perfectly for him. You play ball. Oh, oh. Yeah, it is a nice fish, that is. I'd really like to get this one in. Really like to get this one in. Oh, head shakes. Oh, stop doing that. Oof. Feel like I'm slightly winning here at the moment.
Oh, it's just on the lip.
I know, it's just hooked. It's just hooked. Yeah. I feel you, IB. One last lunge, is it? One last lunge. Nice soft rod. Just cushion that slightly. Do you know what, I might actually, if I can get in here, I might just drop in slightly. I've been told that we can get in sometimes just to net fish and stuff, so I think that's probably the best thing for me to do. Try and keep him nice and high and out of those weeds. Oof, plink. Still going. This will be all down to that very cold water. Amazing that he's still going. It's just rolled over the tip here. I don't like that. Oh, it's just hooked. It's just hooked. Come on, in you come. Come on. Swim into the net. Swim into the net. Nope. Oh. Are we done? Oh no, it's caught in the grass. Ooh. Oh, had a little chance there. That'll do. That'll do. In you come. In you come. Oh, he just manages to turn. He's just heavy enough that he can turn himself, and with the rod and the tippet and all that stuff, he just manages to outmuscle it. That might do. Oh man, he's just hooked. That might do. In you come. Yes! IB? Yes, what a fish. It's huge, big, beautiful fish. That was freaking cool. So we've rested him there for a couple of minutes. It was a pretty long fight. He needed a rest. To be honest, I needed a rest after that one. Just got the heart rate down. The fish just risen behind us. We'll just give him a quick lift to the camera. Just want to show you guys what all the fuss is about. Get my hands nice and wet on the mat. He's got loads of energy. Beautiful big trout. Let's get you back. That was a fair square fight you put up there. Really cool. Back he goes. IB, are you feeling it yet? Has that tempted you? You got a little bit of rod envy?
Maybe.
Maybe. Do we need to find you one? Maybe.
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 Worked out alright for you, didn't it?
Yeah, that worked out okay, didn't it? After a bit of a struggle early on, actually I feel like I've just started to get to grips with things a little bit. That black beetle was a revelation in there. We're underneath an alder tree, and Chris had tipped us off about the larvae from the alder beetles falling in. And actually I've been watching these fish rise, and I find about 5 seconds before I rise, you'll just see a little tick of something hitting the water, and I'm sure these guys are switched on to the alder beetle pupae, or the larva, sorry, not the pupae, falling in, and I just wonder if that's why they're so on it when this thing lands. because all of the takes we've had on the beetle have been pretty much the second it hits the
straight
water.
away.
So there's clearly something in that. Speaking of hitting the water, why haven't you had a cast yet?
It's so hot. Honestly, I'm boiling.
It is absolutely roasted, isn't it? It could even be warmer than it was on day
Oh,
one.
100%. It's hotter.
It is toasty. In fact, you can
Yeah.
see I've got a little bit of a glamour glow going on there. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's so hot. And in fairness, I think if we do come across a fish, I might try and catch one or two every now and again, but it's just so hot. Even standing and doing nothing, you're just sweating.
First impressions of the diva,
Oh, it's beautiful.
or upper test, depending on who you talk to.
It's really, really stunning here. It's really beautiful. I was just saying to the river keeper earlier on that I am very pleased with how wild it is. For some reason in my head I had it, I'm going to come to fish the Chalkstream and it's going to be all flat, the red carpet laid for you, platforms where you can stand and not a tree in sight. But no, it's been absolutely beautiful, like full of wildlife, but plenty of birds, plenty of like bees and everything, like lots of cover, lots of trees. It's been definitely very different to what I imagined it's going to be, and I'm very pleased it turned out into a positive.
Well, this bit runs through, Si was saying this bit runs through woodland rather than pasture land, which is quite unusual for the test, which means we've got all these woods. It gives places for the bugs and the birds to refuge.
Yeah.
And yeah, I agree with you. This is a really beautiful spot.
Yeah, so beautiful.
Don't get me wrong, fishing's been hard. I don't think it'll always be this hard because it's not always 35 degrees. But actually, I'm really, really enjoying this.
You say fishing has been hard, but you had what?
Yeah, I've risen
3
5.
fish? You've risen 5 in like what, 3 hours?
Yeah, and we've barely gone anywhere either. The
Yeah,
river keepers
so-
just said we've fished about 10% of the entire beat so far in 3 hours. We've moved so slowly. So
So do you think our plan is going to be now to walk upstream and to see if we can find more rising fish, perhaps for me?
Yeah.
If it's in the shade. And yeah, no, but I'm really enjoying this. This is beautiful.
it's a gorgeous piece of water. I think
Yeah,
we need to
really,
see
really
more of
nice.
it, don't we?
Right, so Andy just went to the car to get us some more water, and I was sitting here, innocent, minding my own business, and a fish rose. And I thought, well, I have a rod, why not have a cast? I do really appreciate Andy's casting. He's so good at it. It made it look very easy. Well, it's definitely not, as I've just proven by hitting the tree. Yep, he's on. He's on. Oh, bloody hell. Now I wish Andy was here to see me. Oh no, he's stuck. He's stuck on the tree. He's gonna do me, isn't he? He's not gonna make this easy for me. Right, I'm gonna try and keep the tension on and try and come to this tree here. Can't see the fish. Come on, trout. Has he done me already? Oh no, I think he's done me. He got me in this weed. Nope, the trout is still on. Okay, good. Trout is still on. Come on, you little bugger. He wants to be in those weeds. He really wants to be in those weeds. However, I don't want him to be in there. Yes! Oh, that's awesome. I think it's a wild trout as well. I'm gonna try and show it to you. It's a wild, beautiful Chalkstream brownie. Stunning fish. I'm gonna slip him back very quickly. That's freaking cool.
Okay, so I think this is a bit of a long shot. It's worth a look anyway. There are a couple of fish underneath this tree in front of me. Just going to make sure I see them before they see me. A couple of fish that have risen. It's a pretty difficult cast from where we were. Okay, I see one of them. I see the brownie. Just like they were before, they're taking beetles that have fallen off this tree. Okay, I think he's spooked. We'll see if he comes back up. Here he comes. Okay, flies in the water. Didn't react great to it. Got him! Oh, I just tweaked it. I just tweaked it a little bit and he saw it skate and he came and took it. Oh, that was freaking cool. I really hope any of that is visible on one of the cameras. He absolutely rinsed it. That was awesome. 3 or 4 huge fish on the far bank here. It's a bugger of a cast, but they're real good ones. I've got to stay low. Don't know how I'm going to do this. Wow, they are all grayling and they are all massive. So I've just changed from that big black beetle to a tiny little double badger. I would love to catch one of these grayling. I've also put a bit of 7x tippet on there just to soften up the presentation slightly. That wasn't bad, but it's not quite reached them. They have on occasion risen, so they might be willing to feed. Oh, it goes right over them. Right over them. There's a big trout above them as well. Would any of you rise? Not by the looks of that. So I've put on a little orange beaded nymph. Again, I've attached it to some 7x. Just got to have a go. See if I can rise one of those. Sorry, don't rise one of those, but move one of them, make one of them eat. Let's try that. Got him, got him. Yes, 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 yes. Just saw a little flash of white as he took that nymph. Be careful because I'm on 7x. It's a good fish though. Lovely grayling. Come on, enough of that. Turned him a bit. Be so careful here, I'm on such light tippet. Tiny little fly. Oh my goodness. Oh, come on. Tiny little fly, light tippet. It's a lovely fish, that's a cracker. That's, oh, it's an absolute belter. Don't think I can get in the water here, I'll try and get as close as I can. Keep coming, oh. Keep coming. You keep coming this way. Keep coming. Yes! Woo! We got him. We said we wanted to try and catch a big Chalkstream grayling. What a fish. So that's really, really cool. One of the things we definitely wanted to tick off on this trip was a big Chalkstream grayling. And while there are definitely bigger Chalkstream grayling out there, to us, this is a real nice one. We are chuffed a bit with this guy. Alrighty, buddy. Let's get you back. Okay, so we're really starting to work up the beat now. We're nearly at the top end. It's lovely up here. It's a bit less kept. It's really wild. There are a lot of fish here, but they are very spooky and it's really tough to get a fly anywhere near them. I've got a trout just in front of me here. I don't know how I'm going to get a cast of this fish without him seeing me. Just probably going to have to land slightly behind him. I thought I did so well. When that dropped, my first thought was, he's having that. Wrong fish. I shouldn't be disappointed. It's still a lovely fish, but I think the other fish was about to take the fly, and the little guy jumps in. Yeah, lovely fish. Real nice fish. The other fish was literally that far away from it. They both went to it at the same time. Hey, it's a fish. I'm not going to complain. That's been a pretty tough last hour. Really tough last hour. We've got one in the net and maybe we might get a few more chances as we go up.
Okay, so by this point in the day, you're looking at two very, very tired anglers. This is the third day in a row where it was like 34, 35 degrees plus. We'd had really long days, late evenings ripping footage off GoPros and cameras and stuff like that, and in truth, we were pretty tired. We did manage to find time to nick a couple more grayling out on the French leader right at the top of the beat. There's a beautiful wild stretch of beat one on Bullington that was really, really interesting. It's very difficult. Possibly if we'd have been there a few hours earlier and not been so knackered, we'd have done a little bit better, but we managed one smaller grayling, then followed that up with a much bigger one on a little natural nymph on the French leader.
Oh, that's a big grayling. Nice grayling this time. This is no dink, this is a proper one. Nice fish. Feel a bit more comfortable playing these on the 2 weight than the 4. Oh yeah, nice fish. I'm not sure how many more steps I can take before I get wet here. Yeah, he's in. He's in. Look at that. Beautiful grayling. But there's bigger fish than that in there.
It was really nice to get those out of that area because Simon the river keeper had said that we need to spend some time up there. You know, it's fascinating fishing, and he was absolutely right. The area past the giant aqueduct is beautiful. It's an absolutely spectacular piece of water. You couldn't ask for anything more kind of wild looking than that. It was perfect. Unfortunately, our fishing was less than perfect. We actually discussed, after we'd put that big grayling back, calling it a day at that. We both said, look, we've caught plenty of fish. We can make a video out of this. We're both really tired. We've both got work the next day. It's 8 o'clock, it's 3.5 hours to get back. Maybe we should call it now. But we were like, no, do you know what? We're here. We might never get a chance to fish places like this again. So while we're here, we've got to make the most of it. And we fished and fished and fished. And to be honest, we got worse and worse and worse as we went. It wasn't a great effort by us, but you know, I'm really glad that we stayed. We nearly hooked a few, but not quite close enough.
Well, that's been one of those days. Yeah, I totally feel on that one, IB. That has been an absolute grueler at times, hasn't it?
I know, yeah. In fairness, it has been really tough.
Yeah, it has been tough. Actually, at times it was pretty easy.
Yeah.
And we picked off fish at will at times. Geez, it was really, really tough. I think a mixture of the conditions, the low water. I think 2 very tired anglers, particularly the last 2 or 3 hours, we fished really badly there. There'll be a lot of stuff that you guys don't see because there was a lot of swearing and rod swishing, and it just didn't go very well at all.
I think the more frustrated and annoyed you get, like the worse it gets.
The worse
so
it
you're not
gets.
helping yourself. And at the end, I think you broke off on the flight, and then we were just like, let's
That'll
just go
do.
home.
Yeah,
like,
we wanted to catch one more, didn't we? But after I missed that one, I kind of felt like it wasn't going to happen anyway. That said, this is just something just smashed something out on the river there. That said, it has been a beautiful day's fishing.
Yeah.
What a piece of water this is. Bullington Beat 1, absolutely amazing. Even though it's not the test, and we thought it was going to be the test, we got that wrong. This little river diva is an absolute gem, and actually of the 3, I think was the one that probably engaged me the most, maybe.
Yeah, the most challenging one for sure.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, the variety of water. I'll tell you one thing that I did notice, IB, and you tell me if I've got this right or not. Lots of wild fish.
Well, I think lots of smaller wild fish.
Well,
I
yeah,
haven't
but
seen any big wild fish. They were all
well, that one that
smaller
you had was
ones.
nice. I mean, we're not expecting wild fish to be £5, are we?
No, no, of course
A
not.
good number of wild fish, lots of grayling, some really big
Lots
grayling
of
in
grayling,
here. Yeah. Speaking
yeah.
to the river keeper, he said there's some absolutely huge grayling in the other beats as well. So we may well come back down here in the winter,
In the
eh?
winter,
Try
yeah.
those
Well,
guys out.
Talk about grayling in winter. If we wanted just to do the numbers and catch the fish for the sake of just catching them, we could have nymphs a lot more.
Yeah.
But I don't know, just being on a beautiful piece of water like this, you want to catch them on the dry flies. So I think that's what we aim for, just to catch them on the dry flies. And if it is less fish than we catch, that's fine. You know, we've never been here.
It's the summer Chalkstream experience is archetypally dry fly, isn't it? And we really wanted to show you guys that it is possible to do that, even on what is probably the 3 hottest days of the whole year. I'd like to think that over the 3 days we've kind of shown that even in those really hard days, it is possible to come down to these very clear rivers and catch these fish. You know, it's not impossible, you just have to be good about it. And there were times today when we were very good and we caught fish, and there were times today when we weren't very good and we didn't catch any fish. Beautiful piece of water. I've really enjoyed this. I said to IB actually off camera, this is the kind of water that I think I could get addicted to fishing. because there's new challenges around every corner. There's fast water, there's slow water, there's depth, there's gates, there's bridges, there's that bit at the top that's pretty unkept that I really enjoyed. It was very tough. There's a lot to go at here in 3/4 of a mile. This is a really nice piece of water.
It's definitely a very stunning river, I think. Well, I think all 3 rivers we fished were very beautiful, all very different, like you were saying. The diversity of waters we fished is just astonishing, especially that we're not that far from the places we fished. Like,
no, absolutely not.
Yeah, so it has been phenomenal, and I can't wait to do it again, if I'm all honest.
Thank you very much to Simon and all the guys from Fishing Breaks for helping us arrange this. That was really kind of you. Thank you very much. If you've enjoyed the water and you want some more information on this type of fishing, then fishingbreaks.co.uk. I'll put some links in the description box below. IB, sum up our 3-day Chalkstream adventure.
Oh, it was so much fun, honestly. As exhausting as we are, and we have a long drive back and work tomorrow, I would do it all over again, like without even thinking. It was absolutely phenomenal. It's
been really special, hasn't it? Really
so
nice to come do something different, something so engaging. The sight fishing has been phenomenal.
Yeah, and I hope you guys enjoyed it as well, as much as we did. We did try to film as much as possible. I do hope that we can put that across to you and you can see a glimpse into how beautiful these places are.
They're pretty special, aren't they? We're very lucky to have the vast majority of the world chalk streams here in the UK.
100%.
It's something totally unique. Give it a go, guys. You'll really enjoy it. I can see the camera's really struggling out. I don't know if that's condensation or just the light, actually, but we'll wrap up now because you guys, we're just kind of fading out into a weird blur at the moment. Guys, thank you so much for watching this vlog and possibly the other vlogs as well. We really appreciate that. If you've enjoyed them, please give them a thumbs up. If you've really enjoyed them, then please hit subscribe to the channel. There'll be more videos coming as we go through the season. We're really looking forward to making more stuff. And in the meantime, take care, enjoy yourselves, go and do some fishing, and thank you very much.
See you back in Derbyshire.
Take care, folks.
Bye.
Bye.